Hello all and welcome to the Mug Life DIY. I am Julia and I am so excited that you decided to stop by my channel. Alright guys, I promised you a fall wreath and it has begun. Fall in my house. So I took one of these Dollar Tree 18-inch wire frames and I'm going to wrap it with some burlap ribbon that I had on hand. This I actually did buy from Walmart. It was on clearance, but you could use Dollar Tree or whatever else you had on hand. Now to begin wrapping it around, I didn't hot glue it down. I just kind of twisted it together and then wrapped all the way around one time because I wanted to see if I would have enough left over to do my second wreath for my second door. So I only used my hot glue gun at the very end to secure it. So I thought this might be easier if I wanted to take this apart or whatever. I'm always thinking ahead, but I just cut it down to size and then just hot glued that one piece down. And I definitely wanted to welcome you if you are brand new, if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you decided to stop by and check out my video. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am a mom of three, a military wife. I move around with my husband and my family, proudly supporting that, it is a lifestyle. I do work for my church, so I love being crafty and creative and just all things eclectic on a budget. So if that sounds really fun to you, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Now, these new little eucalyptus picks are brand new to my Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if they've had them in the past, but I just love the vibrant colors. I got two different kinds. I got this yellow color and then I got the yellow and orange color. This could work with any of the Dollar Tree picks. If you had the fall leaves, the ones with the little pumpkins, any style or color that you liked works perfect for this. And this style is really easy. You just insert the pick into the burlap. You can secure it with hot glue, which I end up doing at the very end, or you can also use wire or floral wire to help secure it. This, I just kind of wanted to place it and just see how I liked the color scheme, which I went with every other color with the all the way about half, a little bit more than halfway down to the very bottom because I'm going to be inserting that adorable little truck sign that is brand new to the Dollar Tree this year. Now, I just kind of placed it just to see how I would like it, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted it a little bit further up or a little bit further down, but I decided on the truck being a little bit lower on the wreath. I didn't want it to be more, I guess, further up because I wasn't sure how it would stay as secure, so I just decided to lower it down a little bit, and I do end up cutting the little, is that the jute twine? Yeah, the little jute twine hanger. And I also got these adorable, cute little bows from the Dollar Tree this year. And of course, it has the little blue truck. So I wanted to maximize this bow. As you can see, that is my mother-in-law's hand. Suzanne, say hello to the crafting YouTube world. She was helping me fluff out this bow. So we took some of the burlap and we kind of just created two larger bows in the back and secured that down. Now, it just emphasizes, and I think it just really adds a nice touch when we just added a little bit of that burlap to it. And after we did both sides to fluff out, we did cut down in the middle and glued some for the tails. And I just think it adds such a cute little touch to it. And I glued that down to the bottom of the truck. Now, I wanted to cover up those holes because the little pesky holes always bother me. If they don't bother you, that is completely fine, but they do bother me. So I pulled out the little metal tin and I repositioned it so it would be further up to cover it. Then I took some of my Dollar Tree white mums and I think they are adorable, and I just kind of placed them over top of the little holes just to kind of cover it, and I don't know, I thought it added a nice little color variation to my sign. Then I brought back my very large wreath and I glued down my little truck sign. Now I did this in two parts. I glued the burlap part and pushed down the truck. Then I flipped it over and secured some more glue. I have seen other people using the wire to kind of help secure it, but I figured the hot glue would work well enough for this season. Not sure but we will find out, and I will let you know if I have any issues other than the hot glue for securing this cute little truck sign down to my wreath. And I'm not sure, but I totally did not record adding some of the filler. I added some of the little white mums and the cute little orange flowers that I picked up in my last fall Dollar Tree haul, which I will have linked in the cards for you. But I just thought it just brought the whole piece together, and I am obsessed with how this wreath turned out. I hope you guys are inspired to make your own fall wreath, and this would even look adorable if you had some leftover truck crafts maybe from last year. That would make a beautiful sign as well, or if you wanted to change it out with any other Dollar Tree sign. I think this is a perfect beginning of the fall season here at the Mug Life DIY. And we'll jump right into project 2, which is another Dollar Tree DIY. This one, I am going to be upcycling one of these pumpkins that I had from last year that I started and wasn't quite a fan of it. So you can see I've already cut the little section in the middle of the pumpkin, and I've picked up this little roll of animal print from the Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if it's new or old, but it was new to me, and I knew I wanted to do kind of these browns and tans, and I thought it would look really cute with some pops of blue around my house. So I took the fabric square and just began tucking it into the pumpkin with the little hole that I cut out in the section. Now it starts to get a little bit thick, so that's why I'm using my paintbrush. You could use whatever you have laying around, because you just want to kind of poke down the little fabric section so that you can get it all even and in the middle of your pumpkin. Then I began taking some leftover wire that are from the floral picks that I took apart, and I just started twirling them around my little paintbrush, and that creates those cute little pumpkin swirls that I just think are so adorable. And I added some blue leaves from the Dollar Tree pick. I think these are the ones that have the little white pumpkins on them, but I just adore this blue color. I think it is so fun. And I'm just taking one of my random corks I have laying around because I love decorating with corks. I think they are super fun and super creative way to upcycle and recycle something you have already laying around your house. And I did make another one a little bit larger of a little twirl, so I just didn't wrap it as tightly around my paintbrush. And I just think these little elements just add such a nice finishing touch to your pumpkin. So I just added 2 of them and stuck them right into the foam section of the pumpkin. Now, project 3, we're going to be making a 12 by 12 sign, which I am totally obsessed with how this one turned out, and I hope you guys love this one as well. And I'm going to be using this Michael's scrapbook paper that I just got a few weeks ago on sale at Michael's. It's the fall pack, and I'm just totally obsessed with these colors. I think they are really pretty. And I'm taking some tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree in the natural wood color, and I am making little L's all the way around my canvas frame. Now this one I have literally had for years. I got a huge pack of Arteza canvases, I believe for a birthday or Christmas one year, and there was probably like 50 canvases. Now, I haven't used all of them, so I thought this would make a really fun and adorable sign. So I went ahead and just wanted to kind of beef up the sign, which is why I'm using the Jenga blocks. You can make the little L's like I'm making, or if you had enough, you could go all the way around the back side of the frame, and it would look like an actual wooden frame on the back side. But this is what I had on hand, and I didn't really want to go back out and buy more, so I just decided to do the L's, and I might go back later on and fill in the rest of the little tumbling towers, but for right now, I think this ended up and worked really well on the back side of the little canvas. Now, in the little scrapbook paper pack, there are several different ones with signs on them. Now, if you picked up the Dollar Tree calendars, this would work as well. This is just what I have on hand, and I love decorating with scrapbook paper. I moistened my scrapbook paper with some water, and then I just began applying my Mod Podge to the canvas. Now this canvas was super porous, and I ended up needing more than I thought. I normally tend to be a little bit light-handed on the Mod Podge, but with this canvas I definitely did need more, and I just kind of smoothed it out as I could with my paper. Now I have said it so many times, using the water to your paper allows you to mold and change and be able to get rid of the bubbles so amazingly easy. If you don't add the water to your paper, it's not as malleable and it's not easy to manipulate on whatever you're applying the Mod Podge to. I am not sure what it creates or how it attaches, but it's amazing if you add the water to your scrapbook or your tissue paper, anything like that. It just helps kind of be able for it to lay flatter, or I have used it on curved surfaces, and it's just amazing the difference between water or spritzing the water and not. So I did add a layer over top of my Mod Podge. This is my gloss one. So this one has a really pretty shine to it, and I really wanted it to shine when the light hit it. So that's why I did add a nice thick layer to the top section of my sign. And I typically do use a foam brush, but I was completely out of my foam brushes, so that's why I'm just using a paintbrush to apply my Mod Podge. Whatever you have on hand is always what I use. Now there were a couple of bubbles that were bothering me, so that's why you kind of see me just playing with it. I just added a little bit of water and pulled it up a little bit and added more Mod Podge. I thought this definitely helped, and I am a stickler for the bubbles, so that's why I am being so finicky with pressing them out and getting it perfectly even. And to add another detail, I just added a little bow made from the Dollar Tree ribbon and a little bit of Dollar Tree raffia. And there you have it. Here is my little leopard animal. We're not sure what kind of print this is, but it turned out so fun. I absolutely love this one. I think it's a fun addition to my pumpkin collection, and a nice and beautiful, really inexpensive sign using scrapbook paper. I love mixing and matching all of my different decor, but for the fall, I always go a little bit extra. I hope you guys are inspired, and I will see all of you next time.